Tonight on Connecticut's news station, jury deliberations underway in the Bryan North trial. We have the latest from court as we await a verdict.
Plus, Michelle Troconis appears for a virtual court hearing today. What a judge decided about her conditions as she awaits her sentencing.
And ShopRite responding tonight to allegations of discrimination, what the company is saying.
Now at 6, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 6. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Bridget Piorlo. Glad you're with us. Today was the first full day of jury deliberations in the trial of former state police trooper Bryan North. It ended today without a verdict.
North is charged with manslaughter in the 2020 killing of Mubarak Suleiman. Fox 61's Matt Karen brings us up to date on the day's happenings. Matt.
Well, the fate of former Connecticut State Police Trooper Bryan North is now in the hands of a 6-member jury made up of 4 men and 2 women. They were sequestered for hours today, the first full day of deliberations. They did not reach a verdict. The jury did hand the judge one note at about 3 p.m. reporting that their laptop had lost audio. Their computer was rebooted, fixed, and they continued deliberating. As the manslaughter trial of former Connecticut State Trooper Bryan North rolled into day 9, the looming question, of course, is he guilty? And that's what the jury will decide. It's been an emotional trial, one that saw North himself take the stand in his own defense. It's also been a trial that Connecticut has rarely seen, North being the first law enforcement officer charged in connection to a deadly shooting in nearly 2 decades. Despite days of witnesses, arguments, rebuttals, and evidence, the case hinges largely on 36 seconds, the time between when North exited his cruiser and pulled the trigger. It was all caught on body camera. It was in January of 2020, of course, when suspect 19-year-old Mubarak Suleiman led police on a chase down I-95 that ended in a crash in West Haven. Suleiman was surrounded and had a knife. North fired 7 shots. And not only will this jury have to decide guilt or innocence, but they'll also have the option of choosing the charge, whether they want to keep it at first-degree manslaughter or convict him on a lesser second-degree charge or criminally negligent homicide. I did speak today with an attorney who's working on the case off camera. He said that it's very hard, of course, to predict when the jury will come to a verdict. But he said typically, after 3 days of deliberation, the judge will issue what is called a shotgun charge, basically urging the jury to come to a rapid decision. And usually after 4 days, that may start to indicate that there is a hung jury. For now, we watch and we wait. Reporting in New Milford, Matt Karen, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
And we will be back out in Milford tomorrow, Matt, so thank you very much. In other news, Michelle Troconis appeared virtually today for a court hearing where a judge set her conditions for bail. The judge says Troconis must remain in Connecticut if she is able to post her $6 million bond. That's before her sentencing hearing in May. Troconis had asked to leave the state because she no longer has a home here, she said. She will also be on house arrest and under electronic monitoring as she awaits her sentencing.
A Fox 61 follow-up now. The ShopRite in Enfield is responding to recent allegations of discrimination against employees. We first brought you the story last night here on the Fox 61 News at 6 when dozens gathered outside the ShopRite demanding answers after an 18-year-old employee was told to go home because of how her hair looked and told not to return until it was fixed. Advocates saying this violates the Crown Act, a state law which prohibits discrimination on the basis of hairstyles that are associated with race. And the Enfield ShopRite responding tonight with a statement saying ShopRite of Enfield has always been committed to creating a culture of inclusion and belonging for the associates we employ. We do not believe that the law was violated. Meanwhile, the NAACP says it is organizing a demonstration outside the store scheduled for some time next week. Well, family and friends of Catherine Colon attended a city council meeting in New Britain demanding the officer who hit Colon be fired. Advocates are calling on the city's mayor, Aaron Stewart, to do more.
Aaron, you're a coward! Fire my arrest! Aaron, you're a coward!
Can you just make a motion to recess?
Cologne was killed last September when she was run over by Officer Connor Reinsch. Officials say Reinsch was speeding without his emergency lights and sirens to check out a burglary when he hit Cologne. A recent report by the state's attorney's office blames Cologne for intentionally placing herself in unnecessary danger.
East Haven police accusing a man of trying to rob a bank. Police say Richard Starr tried to withdraw money from his bank account. This happened at the Bank of America on Main Street yesterday. When he was told his account was already overdrawn, Starr allegedly told the teller he was going to take out his gun and rob the bank if he didn't get the money he asked for. Starr was arrested shortly after.
A Norwalk man faces charges for allegedly selling products that contain THC levels greater than the legal limit. Take a look at some of the illegal items that were seized. Police say Naud Brandon Rodriguez was allegedly selling the products at the Smokehouse One vape shop on Connecticut Avenue. He's being held on $75,000 bond. Police say Rodriguez was out on bail at the time from a 2023 firearm arrest in New York City.
Well, if you stepped outside today, you saw it was a beautiful and warm day across the state. We're getting a live look right now at the capital city. Temperatures feeling more like spring or even summer today.
Yeah, if you stepped outside today, it was a little hard to step back inside.
Yeah.
Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank joining us now with a look at the forecast. Rach.
We made it up to 70 degrees outside today. That is about 25 degrees above average for this time of year. And what a rebound, because we started off the day at 32, so we ended up climbing about 40 degrees from the morning low temperature. That is a huge temperature swing and something you can really only get this time of year. But that's all coming to an end. It'll still be mild in the coming days, just not as warm as today. We also have a few showers to time out for you. Right now, we're looking at temperatures in the 60s to around 70, although it is much cooler in southeastern Connecticut, Groton close to 50 and 55 in Bridgeport. Heading through the evening tonight by 11, we are still dry. Temperatures are still mild too, near 50 degrees. It won't be until after midnight and towards daybreak that we start to see some of those showers developing, and there could be a few additional scattered showers in the morning during the day tomorrow, especially early on, but I think most of the day is dry. We'll see clouds breaking for a little bit of sunshine, and that will help temperatures recover into the upper 50s to low 60s as we head through the afternoon. So still well above average for this time of year, just not as warm as today was. We're dry heading into tomorrow night. We've got a few more showers on the way for the weekend. We'll time those out coming up.
Rachel, thank you. Leaders at the Connecticut Department of Children and Families announced a new and improved program today to keep kids safe and better meet their needs.
These kids don't have a DCF who have determined need help or trauma or behavioral health, other kinds of support away from their caretakers.
Fox 61's Brooke Griffin has more on the new program.
Today, DCF announced the new Star Enhanced program. That comes with a 5-point plan to keep Connecticut children safe and not only physically healthy, but mentally as well.
It takes all of us working together to best serve our children, youth, and families.
Leaders say this version of Star is new and improved. The original program has been around since 2008, with thousands of children helped.
The needs of our youth continually evolved, and with that, we will assess the impact of these enhancements over time and evolve as deemed necessary and appropriate to meet the needs of our children.
This upgraded plan is coming after the Office of Child Advocates sounded alarms about DCF not handling some families' cases properly. Some of those cases ending with the child dying. OCA leaders saying some of those were preventable. The 7 Star homes across the state are a place for kids who need mental health help or a safe place to stay after a crisis. 2 intensive treatment centers are also in the works to help kids in longer terms. Right now, these homes helping 42 children at any given time.
We changed the name to be trauma-informed practice. So as we move into this new model, it really is important to note that we're focused on the treatment of these kids who've gone through some kind of trauma.
The program also includes hiring more staff for upgraded supervision of the children, personalized therapy sessions, reducing the number of kids per home for more personal care, enhanced recreational care for less idle hands, and making beds available for kids in crisis at all times. These leaders saying they are funding the project by reshuffling funds they already had allotted for DCF programs, which comes out to about $6 million spent. In Hartford, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Brooke, thank you. Governor Ned Lamont urging state lawmakers to pass a law that would ban junk fees. That's those hidden fees on event tickets, hotels, and food and beverage services. An act requiring fee disclosures was passed by the General Law Committee last week and now awaits further action. It is estimated that these added fees cost Connecticut families thousands of dollars each and every year.
State leaders also trying to extend a program that could help you save on your internet bill. The Affordable Connectivity Program helps more than 180,000 Connecticut families save up to $30 per month on their internet bills. Funding for the program is expected to run out at the end of April. Lawmakers are calling on Congress to invest $7 billion to extend it.
And a bill that could ban TikTok is heading to the Senate, where it will face even more scrutiny.
Yeah, meanwhile, more people are lining up offering to buy the social media juggernaut. Fox's Connor Hansen has that story.
A bill that would force TikTok to separate from its Chinese parent company or face a ban in the U.S. is one step closer to becoming law. Its backers say China can access data and influence its users, but TikTok CEO is lobbying senators in person.
There's a lot of misinformation out there, and I intend to clarify it.
How would you characterize your meeting with him? How would you characterize it?
Productive.
Okay.
Productive.
Some have made careers through the app and are speaking out to help keep it around.
We're speaking for a lot of content creators out there who use TikTok to not only provide food for their families, but a lot of people use it for their, full support system. So.
The bill sailed through the House with strong bipartisan support, but it could face tougher scrutiny in the Senate.
We'll take a closer look at it, but I think there are serious national security risks.
The legislation would also have to withstand a likely challenge in the courts.
I have been and continue to be engaged with the Justice Department to make sure that that the House bill threads the needle on being able to withstand any kind of legal challenge.
Meanwhile, former Trump Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin has become the latest American to express interest in buying TikTok with a group of investors.
I am, because this should be owned by U.S. businesses. There's no way that the Chinese would ever let a U.S. company own something like this in China.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has not committed to a time to hear the bill. In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Still to come here on the news at 6, addressing artificial intelligence on a global level. We'll tell you what's being done to help ensure the technology is safe.